So today we're going to talk a little bit about Tulane School of Professional Advancement's Information Technology program. We're going to look at both the undergraduate and the graduate programs. If folks wouldn't mind just putting the degree you're interested in the chat, and this way maybe I can concentrate in one area or the other. So you just go ahead and open up the chat. It's on the bottom bar, and type in the degree you might, or if you don't know, then say you don't know. But if you do that, then I'll be able to maybe tailor things a little bit. Okay, so let's get going. So I'm Ralph Russo. I'm the program director of information technology programs at Tulane School of Professional Advancement. My associate director, Dr. Bill Riles, will not be able to join us today. And we're waiting for Ms. Brittany Yandel, our advisor. But if she doesn't join, I'll be happy to cover that as well. And so it looks like we've got both graduate and undergraduate students. So we'll make sure to touch on both of those. So we run the department through which all the information technology degrees and courses are offered at Tulane. So next slide. So about the School of Professional Advancement. There's just some basic background that the university was founded in 1834 as the Medical College of Louisiana. Well, so basically the entire university was founded to help people professionally advance. That's the reason there's a Tulane University at all, writ large, right? So, and then the University College began offering specialized professional advancement courses in 1886. This commitment to adult learners and to the community and to people in the community has lasted for over 130 years. So not new to this stuff. And there's benefits to that, believe me. So why SOPA? So depth in online programs. And I want to talk about that a second. Whether you're an on-ground student or an online student at Tulane, you're getting the best academic education, and in SOPA you're also getting an applied education. But before we go down that road, let's just talk about the depth in online. My courses are not online courses versus on-ground courses, and they're two separate things. I have a course, for instance, application development fundamentals as an undergraduate course, or at the graduate level, maybe project management. Those courses exist, and then they're offered either online or on ground, online synchronous where you meet every week, or online asynchronous where you just log on as time is. So you're not getting some kind of course that was just thrown up online to say we have an online school. And I welcome Brittany Yandel. Hi, Britt. She's good. She's our academic advisor, one of them, and she's going to help us out later. So you're not getting a course from a school within Tulane that just threw up a bunch of online courses. You're getting a top quality Tulane University course that is offered, that is built and is offered in a variety of ways. That makes a difference. That seems like a nuance, but that's kind of a big deal. And so you'd be able to, can you go back a slide, Ann, if you don't mind? I want to just, we're going to talk about, during this session, about our programs, our faculty. Brittany's going to touch on student support and affordability and flexibility. So I just wanted to make sure you know what we've got. So, okay, now let's go forward. And when you're learning online, or frankly, even if you're on ground, you have a learning management system course that you could access 24/7. So even if you're taking a course on ground in New Orleans on the campus, you'll have access to Canvas. But especially if you're learning online, you have this learning management system which has all the materials, and not just the main materials. It has backup materials, it has additional reading, it has lecture notes, it has videos built specially for your courses. And you can do this 24/7. You can go into Canvas and everything is there. And then also your assignments, whether you're getting them or turning in papers, links to outside videos, links to the library, links to labs, that's all done from within one place, your learning management system. So it's kind of easy to traverse it. And we created these engaging and informative videos and interactive simulations. Something I want to talk about there. In the information technology department, we created a company, a fake company, but very real in terms that it's got an org chart, it's got a mission, it's got locations, and it's got technology. We have actual infrastructures that are built to mimic a corporate technology for you to work on. So this company, which is called South Balance, has cybersecurity issues, it has management issues, it has all kinds of issues, and you'll be working in interactive simulations so that what you learn is directly applicable in the real world. And you're going to hear that a lot from me today about direct applicability to the real world. You got online discussion boards to allow you to collaborate with your classmates in an online class, and you connect with diverse students. I think these things are kind of obvious, right? But we'll also have synchronous sessions online where you meet with classmates, faculty, and guest speakers. So we try to keep it interesting and connected. Next slide. So we do online learning big at School of Professional Advancements. You can take a look at some of the numbers there that's offered across the School of Professional Advancement. Every one of those courses has been built from the ground up. And I'll tell you a little bit about how your course is built. So you understand when I say we don't just throw up a course, right? We hire a subject matter expert in the field that the course is offered in, right? Then, for instance, cloud technology, or Amazon Web Services, or any Azure or Red Hat. And then we take that subject matter expert and we connect them up to a team of instructional designers, so that the course that you take is not only has knowledge injected from an industry subject matter expert who has an advanced degree, it's built in a way that makes it easy for you to consume. That's what the instructional designers do. Our PhDs in instructional design take best practice. And so what do I mean when I say that? We know what the maximum length of a video should be before students start to disengage and lose. And so we don't make videos longer than that. Right, so that's an example of some best practice brought to our programs. All of our courses are both academic and applied. And again, you're going to hear this a couple of times. This is at the graduate level and at the undergraduate, or even if you're in for a certificate. All of our courses are solidly academic. What does that mean? That means in building these courses and these programs and these degree programs, we conform to the coursework that Association of Computing Machinery recommends, and also the coursework that ABET, which is a top accreditation, national and international accreditation body, they recommend what a course in information technology or in cybersecurity, they recommend what that should look like. We've built around those recommendations so that what you get is finely tuned to academic. Why do you need academic, right? Can't you just go in and learn things applied? Because you're going to do a lot of applied work, but you need academic because technology changes. And so unless you understand what underpins technology, a lot of times the question that I get asked is, why don't I just go out and get a bunch of professional certs? What do I have to go to university for? And there's a bunch of answers to that. One is that, you'll find it easier to get promoted at work and to get positions having a Tulane degree. But even if you get past all of that, past the top 50 United States university degree, even if you get past all of that, it comes to a point where we teach you the foundations of what you're learning, so that as technology changes, as the nerd knobs change, you still understand, you're still in the game. Whereas if you just get certs alone, you're kind of learning something very specific that can change. So I want you to kind of think about that. So we're fully academic, and we're being accredited. We're in the process of accreditation now by several federal groups. One is NICE, which includes the NSA oversees that accreditation. So we're going through that right now. And that means that we're going to conform academically to what's best out there. And you would expect no less for your money at Tulane University. But our courses are also applied. And that's really the tricky part, to be an academic and applied. So what do I mean by applied? We've got 300 plus, I know the slide deck, I think says 250. We've got 300 plus lab experiences, everything from hacking a firewall to building a firewall, to traversing a directory as an intruder, to building an active directory and securely, and you know, just the whole host of information technology learning, cloud, go into the cloud, security in a cloud infrastructure. So all of these things and many, many more, we've got hands-on labs so that you not only learn academically, for instance, cybersecurity concepts and history, but you're going to learn functionally how to do some of this stuff. That's in both the bachelor's degree and at the master's level. And so you will be taking labs, and it's because even as a manager, you should be telling people, giving instructions that are tuned to what really goes on hands-on. So you could, as the slide deck says, these great courses are taught by renowned faculty, and we're going to get to that in a few minutes. But you can complete these courses from wherever you are, as long as you have internet connectivity and a laptop, a modern laptop that has a webcam and is able to connect to the internet. You can take these courses. We give every one of our students a virtual machine on a server at Tulane University, so you can access all the software you need, and you'll have a desktop that's capable of doing what you need on the server if you want it. And we offer opportunities to specialize in specific areas through concentrations and certificates. So if you go to the next slide. So let's start with our bachelor's degree. So we have a Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and we offer 4 different concentrations. Integrated application development, that's app dev, programming, whatever way you want to look at it. I know there's nuance there, but that's what we're going to teach you. You're going to learn it foundationally, and you're going to learn multiple languages, and you're going to learn from people who really know how to do it in a modern industry type setup. Product and program support is an interesting one. I don't know that you'll find this at a lot of universities. Product and program support is that whole wrapper of jobs that goes around things like app dev, or things like cloud or networking or sysadmin. You need a bunch of people around there. Everybody from risk managers to project managers to scrum masters to program managers to product managers to quality assurance testing to requirements management, and I could go on forever. All of those helper jobs and DevOps and DevSecOps, you're going to need these people to support. Every industry needs these people to make sure they have repeatable success. We have a concentration in it. Enterprise systems in cloud is networking, server administration, and cloud technology all in one concentration, because cloud now is not a separate thing. And if people are teaching you that cloud is totally separate, wrong. Modern enterprise has some on-prem, some in the cloud, some hybrid, so we're going to teach you how that all fits together. And then, of course, cybersecurity, which is a hot market right now. The QA session will be at the end of the presentation. I'm going to stick around and make sure we answer all your questions, Jenny. So, and then we offer a 4+1, which is fantastic, right? And if you're a Bachelor of Science student, when you get close, when you're in your junior year, we'll allow you to take 2 graduate courses. We'll sign you into the graduate degree. We'll allow you to take 2 graduate courses, and then we'll count those courses both as graduate courses and as undergraduate courses, so that you pay once for those 2 courses. You pay at the undergraduate rate, but you get graduate credits and undergraduate credits for it. So you save a ton of money, and you get a head start on your master's. And so, and then you also pay 20% less tuition once you start taking your master's courses. So it's an amazing program. So next slide, that's our bachelor's. Our master's programs, and master's graduate certificates are all 100% online. Our Master of Science degrees are Information Technology Management and Cybersecurity Management. We're going to teach you how to manage, how to lead, and how to engage in those areas. So for instance, the Masters in IT Management, you're going to learn, we offer, by the way, we also offer concentrations within the master's program that you could earn simultaneously with earning your degree. And those are the concentrations listed there: cybersecurity, emergency ops, homeland security, or in the cybersecurity management program, emergency ops and homeland security. If you want to take those concentrations, you can. They're available, and the courses count towards those concentrations as well as the degree. So our management Master of Science degrees, they teach you to be managers in these fields. They teach you everything you know about, for example, IT service management, or creating proposals, or working with contractors, or or risk management, or supply chain issues, or infrastructure and design of infrastructure. So we're going to teach all of that stuff. Cybersecurity management. We're going to teach, again, all those management concepts, how to build a repeatable cybersecurity program that has governance involved in it as well. So as well as being hands-on with labs. At the same time as you earn your master's degree, you could also earn certificates, and those certificates will stack into 4 of those 5 certificates listed there. Let's take the tech fundamentals and put it on the side for a second. The cyber defense, cyber leadership, strategic planning, and technology architecture certificates. You could earn those certificates, and the same courses you take there can be stacked into earning your master's degree. So that when you leave, you could leave, for example, you could leave with a master's in IT management and a cyber leadership certificate if you wanted to, or a master's in cybersecurity management with a cyber defense certificate, or a technology architecture certificate. So you're going to work with our fantastic advising staff, and as well as me, to help you plan to stack a certificate or 2 into your master's studies. So next slide. So we looked at our bachelor's degree quickly, and we looked at our master's program. But this certificate, the Cyber Fundamentals Grad Certificate, is a special one. I think it's awesome. So if you're a student that did well at the undergraduate level, and you have an undergraduate degree, but it's not in technology, so you have an undergraduate degree in biology, or an undergraduate degree in English literature, but you want to get a graduate degree in an IT field because you find yourself attracted to the IT field, but we can't let you into a graduate program in IT, a master's program, if you don't have any foundational knowledge. So we created this certificate. It's a 6-course certificate, 18 hours, and you will learn all of the necessary foundational information. And if you successfully complete this fundamental certificate with a 3.0 or better, I would admit you into our Master of Science program in either IT management or cybersecurity management. So you'll learn networking, some app dev, some just basic fundamentals. You'll learn cybersecurity and ethics, and so on and so forth. And so this can get you into a master's program in IT if you don't have any requisite foundational knowledge. Now, of course, if you have an undergraduate degree that's not in IT, but you've been working in IT for a while, you may just have the requisite IT knowledge to get directly into the Master of Science program, in which case you and I would have a conversation and we'd arrange that. So next slide. So our faculty, well, there you go. Well, let's look first. Let's look at the difference in our program, in our programs versus what you might find at other universities or other places offering courses. We're affordable. We're a top 50 university, but we are surprisingly affordable. I would say that our costs, both at the undergraduate level and at the graduate level, are similar to state schools. You know, maybe we're a little higher, maybe we're a little lower in some places, but generally speaking, we're very affordable. Your faculty, for the large part, they are executives in IT. They not only have advanced degrees, they have doctorates, they have master's degrees, but they are executives in IT. So when they're telling you about DevOps, it's not something they read in a book 5 years ago. It's something that they are leading their company into, transforming their company to accommodate, for example, ITIL or DevOps or DevSecOps. So when you learn concepts from our faculty, you're learning real world concepts. You're learning the academics, because these people have advanced degrees, but you're learning the concepts as they exist in the real world. We also have a women in technology mentorship program. If you're a woman who'd like a mentor in industry, we have people in industry females who volunteer to mentor our students throughout their career, to give them advice on, you know, what it means to get into the technology field and you know, how to thrive and so on and so forth. I have an industry advisory board made up of people like this ex-CIO of the state of California, the ex-CIO of the Department of Defense. I have folks from Microsoft and Google and Red Hat and so on and so forth. They advise me on our course curriculum. They advise me on not only what courses to offer, but what's in the courses. And they advise me so that I know that what we're offering you has meaning in the real world. And so we've got this great industry advisory board. It's on the website, and we'll put up some links at the end so that you can kind of tool around the website, but you'll see our industry advisory board and more information on this stuff. The perspective of all of the courses offered in the information technology department, the perspective we bring to everything we do is, your courses need to teach you, because this is Tulane University, we expect you to be the best of the best. Our courses, they concentrate on three things: governance, leadership, and technology, right? That's the three legs of the stool that helps it stand nice and strong. How to lead things, how things are put together, how to manage things, how to create programs that operate over a long period of time, how to manage them on a day-to-day basis. Leadership, how to inspire others, how to work well with others, how to comport yourself in the C-suite, how to talk to the CIO or the CEO. Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break in 5 minutes, and you could ask, when I finish up my section, if Brittany doesn't mind, I'll take some questions to accommodate you, Jenny, no problem. That's what we do. It says 250, you're welcome. It says 250 labs. It's really 300. It's academic and applied. It includes, you can get industry certifications. We're partners with Amazon Web Services. We're partners with Red Hat. We're partners with CompTIA. We're partners with ServiceNow. We're partners with a whole bunch of industry companies. For most of these, you can either earn a cert in your class, or you could earn it, you could finish your class and get a discounted rate by going out and getting a certification. Because I told you how important it is to have an academic education. It's also important sometimes to have industry certs to show that you can go wide. Industry cert says you can go deep on a technology right now. So we can help you get those certifications at a discounted rate. There's no GRE required for our master's program. And we talked about stackable certificates and the flipped classroom model. Let's just say this. So for our online courses, we offer two flavors of online courses. One is a synchronous online course. That means the course meets at the same time every week. Everybody shows up on Zoom and you have a normal class. Students ask questions, the instructor is there, everybody's live, and you do it that way. The other kind of online class is asynchronous, where everything is in your learning management system, and you go in there and you do assignments and you communicate and you chat and you do discussions and you meet up. But I will say this, even our asynchronous courses meet at least monthly once, so that everybody gets to know each other and you could ask questions of your instructor if or just talk through an exercise. And so those are in the asynchronous classes. Those meetings are not required for students. They're required to be offered by the instructor, but we do record them for you to look at later, so that if you have a conflict, you can, for the asynchronous courses, you can catch up later. So next slide. Our faculty. I got ahead of myself before because I do love our faculty, and I encourage everybody on this call to go out to the website. And again, we're going to put some links. You see it at the bottom of the slide right there. Go look at our faculty. Who's teaching you? Are they people that have been sitting in a university for 20 years, or are they people who've been there and done that? You could look at some of the folks. For example, Amanda Fennell. She is the chief security officer for a cybersecurity company. So every day, all day, she does cybersecurity. She is cutting edge. She's brilliant at what she does, and she's appreciated for that. Michelle Bousquet is not only a digital forensics consultant. She has her own cybersecurity podcast called Cyber Geeks. And so I encourage folks to go out and look at our faculty and just see the people you'll be learning from. I think you'll be blown away. So next slide. Career options. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but because I think you folks kind of get this already, but if I really made a list of career options with the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology from Tulane University, there would be about 100 slides, each one full of jobs, because we give you a complete foundational knowledge on IT, and then you specialize in a concentration. So I have folks that have graduated who are all of these jobs, and then hundreds of other jobs. So based on your concentration, you'll be prepared to go out and get a job in these fields. Now, of course, industry, they look for education, and we'll give you a top flight education. They also look for certifications. We'll make those available to you. So hopefully you'll go. Listen, every semester I offer CompTIA courses, and you can get credit for those towards your degree at both the bachelor and the master's level. So this semester we're offering Security Plus. So you can get credit for it towards your degree, and you can leave with an industry cert. So we make that available too. And then experience, I run a jobs program in my department, and once or twice a week I send out jobs to my students. So we do get you in the game on all of this stuff. So if you go to the next slide, the only thing different I would say is with the master's stuff is that you have potential career options in all of these things and dozens more. And on your record will be that you got a leadership management Master of Science degree from a top 50 university. So you could look at those titles as examples, but I could go on and on forever. I don't see You might want to be a scrum master. You might want to be a product manager. I'm not seeing these on, oh, I do see product manager, but there are dozens of jobs that our programs will prepare you for. So, and the IT field is very wide. So next slide. Okay, so before we go into this, and apologies to Brett, I think we've got some questions. Brett, if you don't mind, I'm just going to see if we can handle these and before we move on to the next part. So let's see. Anne, are you going to read them or shall I? I'll take care of it.
I can read them.
Okay.
Okay, first we have, are all courses enabled to be held in person and not just online?
So at the graduate level, our courses are fully online. So if you're here for a master's degree, you'll be learning online. At the undergraduate level, all courses enabled both on ground or online. I mix it up so that they're offered in both ways, or semester by semester.
Are there undergraduate research opportunities?
Yeah, so School of Professional Advancement traditionally does not do research. Having said that, we are applying for a few grants right now that would lead us into research. I'm working on a grant with the Department of Homeland Security right now, which will result in a research project. So traditionally, research at Tulane is done in the medical school, done in the School of Science and Engineering, and so on and so forth. But we do have research opportunities based on what I'm able to get my hands on. So that's kind of yes, I guess. So go ahead.
I've seen that there were 37 grads for the undergrad program in 2020. Can you provide one example of Tulane helping grads find their internship or job?
Oh yeah, I do that all the time. So my industry board not only gives me advice on and counseling on how to build the best program, they also want to hire my students. So I mean, last Friday I met with a company that's in another part of Louisiana that's opening up a New Orleans site, and I sent them a student to interview, and he loves the student, and they're hiring him. I'm sending a resume to a startup company probably tomorrow for a student to work with a fintech, that's financial technology company, that's a startup. And so this is, again, once or twice a week, generally speaking. There'll be weeks when I send none, there'll be weeks when I send 10, but folks are looking to hire my folks, and I work pretty hard to make sure they do. We also have a full-time career counselor that works for us. She helps you do your resume, she helps you with cover letter, she helps you with getting ready for interviews. So, and she's fantastic. So,
do you have career fairs or recruitment specifically for SOPA?
Yes, I've done both in the past. So nowadays we're doing most of these career fairs were online last year, but we'll join forces with another university, or we'll do a career fair specifically for a specific company, like for example, Entergy. We'll do a career fair with them. So we do that sometimes. Again, catch can on that, but we love those, so we do them every chance we get.
What is your enrollment so far for the undergrad program in IT for 2021? Oh,
I don't have that number. You mean continuing enrollment or new folks joining? There's I want to say
number of currently enrolled students in total.
Say that again.
Number of currently enrolled students in the BSMIT.
Yeah, I don't have that number, so I'd be giving you an estimate, and I want to make sure I'm telling you that. I'm going to say 200. So take it. It probably won't deviate too far from that, but I'm going to say 200. And what else?
Are transfer admissions to SOPA from other schools at Tulane?
Different from other schools at Tulane? Uh, in other words, evaluating your courses for transfer credit. Is that what you mean?
No, for acceptance.
Oh, to move between?
To transfer into Tulane University under
Yeah.
SOPA.
Yeah, our admissions policy at what they are. So if we're talking about the undergraduate level, that we have our own policy, and since we're working with people a lot, sometimes they've been out of school for a while or career changers, we're pretty wide open on that stuff. So yeah, and we're pretty good. We take a lot of time and effort to give transfer credit as well. So I think you'd have a very good experience there. I've never heard a complaint about that. Hopefully that answered the question. What else we got?
Are there any career opportunities with the grad cert in cyber tech fundamentals, or is it meant to qualify students for the master's programs?
These are great questions, by the way, all of them. The grad cert in cyber tech fundamentals was meant to do both. I speak about it because I think of it like a bridge program into the master's program. But I've had people interested in and sign up for the tech fundamentals because they're in a job or they're looking to get a job that's not technology related at its core, but they need technology knowledge to succeed at the job. So I've had people come on board to get to show they want to get this certificate so that they're better fits for example, promotions or other assignments within lateral moves to things they want to do, and they want to be able to show that they're adept with technology. So they'll come in and they'll get this great foundation of technical knowledge. So it's both, really. My favorite part is the bridge part, though, where people could just get a degree in something else, be working on something else, decide they want to go into technology, and we can help them. But you can just get the cert in tech fundamentals and use it, and we've seen people do that successfully. What else?
All right, that looks like all of the questions right now.
Cool. Those are great questions. I'm going to turn you over to Brittany Yandel, who's one of our senior academic advisors. Britt?
Thank you, Ralph. And I agree, those were really great questions. Thank you guys for stepping up and asking those. So I'm going to talk briefly about student support and success. So my name is Brittany Yandel, and I am the academic advisor for the graduate side of IT at SOPA. But any program that you attend at SOPA, you will be assigned an academic advisor. The role of the academic advisor is to make sure that you are registering for the correct classes, that you know how to navigate the online portals like Gibson. We work as a resource liaison of sorts. So if you have a question and you're not really sure who to start with, you can always start with your academic advisor and they will navigate you to the correct person or office or whatever works. Aside from academic advisors, you also have expert faculty, as Ralph discussed earlier, with industry experience. I highly recommend, building those connections with your faculty members during your program here. When it comes time for letters of recommendation or even just life recommendations and moving forward, those connections can really come in handy. So get to know your professors. As Ralph mentioned earlier as well, we also have a dedicated career advisor, Ms. Cynthia Washington. She can help you with a lot of different things, navigating job boards, mock interviews, rebuilding your resume or editing your resume, kind of anything career related she can help you with, and she's wonderful. So I definitely suggest connecting with her. And aside from that, once you graduate from a Tulane program, we also have a huge network of Tulane alumni. You automatically are put into the alumni network. So when you're looking for jobs, or if you want to search available jobs that Tulane alumni are posting on this board, you do have access to that. So becoming a Tulane student opens up doors for you while you're here and once you're finished with your program. So we do have credit for prior learning. Credit for prior learning is a way for students who have industry experience to earn credit for that experience. So how this works is you take a course that teaches you how to build a portfolio. And basically you put together a portfolio that shows the skills required for a specific course so that you can get credit for that course. Undergraduates can earn up to 24 credits. So that's through portfolio assessment or through examination and also military training. And graduate students can receive up to 6 credits. So if you're interested in that, you will start with your academic advisor to learn more information. Applying is very simple. Because you've attended today, your application fee will be waived. The application, I've seen it, it's very short, very straightforward. You can get it done today if you haven't done so already and get it knocked out. You do need to have a clear image of your government ID ready to upload. You need transcripts sent to us. They can be sent electronically. That's usually the fastest. And I'll put that, or Anne or I can put that email address in the chat. You can send your transcripts to that email address. And as Ralph mentioned, the GRE is not required. So applying is very straightforward and very simple. Graduate application requirements. So you do need a BA or a BS degree with a major in mathematics, computer information systems, computer science, information systems, engineering, or statistics. If you have a BA without a computing major or significant computing course, you would need significant computing coursework and 3 to 5 years of professional experience. You do need a grade point average of a 3.0 on a 4.0 scale. You do need to upload a resume or a CV, and again, no GRE scores are required. Application deadline. So for fall, you still have some time. That's August 1st. So a lot of time to get your transcripts in your application. For spring, the application deadline is January 1st, and for summer, it's May 1st. Something that I'd like to point out is the early enrollment scholarship. So if you are a new Tulane student, you have not been enrolled here with us before at SOPA or in any other school at Tulane, you can earn a scholarship of up to $200 for undergraduate students and $500 for graduate students if you enroll by the early enrollment deadline. So for fall, that deadline was June 1st. For spring, it will be December 1st, and for summer, it will be April 25th. So just a brief overview of the affordability of SOPA. So for tuition, undergraduates about $576 per credit, and graduates, that's about 1,100 a credit. So keep in mind that classes are 3 credits each. Financial aid, we have a lot of, you will be, first of all, assigned a financial aid advisor. As soon as you become a Tulane student, you have a dedicated financial aid advisor. If you don't know how to find that information, your academic advisor can help connect you. And that person will be your main source of information for all things financial aid. That's how to fill out the FAFSA, what steps you need to take, anything that you might be missing. And then types of aid that we offer. So federal grants and federal loans. We have the Yellow Ribbon program. We also have a 20% tuition discount for active duty military and veterans, active and retired public safety personnel, and students who attended minority serving institutions in their undergraduate degrees. And then again, you can also earn up to 24 credits for work and life experience. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we just went over? I think I saw a couple come through in the chat. Okay, so Anne has put the email address in the chat where you can send your transcripts electronically. That's SOPA records with an S at tulane.edu. Can we pursue a concentration in cybersecurity for the MPS and cybersecurity management? So if you are pursuing the master's in cybersecurity, you cannot then concentrate in cybersecurity.
Yeah, it's your basically in earning the master's degree, that is a concentration. It's not called a concentration because it's more intensive, but you will be concentrating on cybersecurity in the cybersecurity management program. You can, however, earn some of those certificates that we spoke about. So and add them to it, which added a flavor to your degree.
Okay.
And 2 of those certs are cybersecurity certs.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. Do we have any other?
Would you be able to see what exact credits are able to be transferred before admittance, or is it after?
So is it graduate or undergraduate?
This is undergraduate.
Yeah.
So for your core curriculum requirements, I can speak to that. Before being admitted, you can have an advisor take a look at your credits and give you a kind of a general idea of what would transfer on the core curriculum side. So that's the SOPA core, the humanities, the social sciences, the math, things like that. And then Ralph can speak to the major courses.
Yeah, and Dan Rahees, who's another one of our academic advisors on the undergraduate side, I've provided him with some mapping documents and so on and so forth. So he may be able to give you all of that in one conversation. So, so yeah, we could take a quick look for you, and this way you'd have an idea of transfer credits.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Was there any other questions?
I do have a question. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, I am a seasonal IT professional. I'm already working on the cyber, security industry. All I need is just a degree and also a couple of certifications such as CISA or CISSP, so I can enhance my career goal and path. And I do have one question. My employer would, give me X amount of money for me to accomplish the master degree in cybersecurity. But I need to have an understanding, what is the total or a ballpark figure of your master in cybersecurity, if you will, for a resident of the state of Louisiana, the great state of Louisiana, if you will.
Okay. Yes. So we have a tuition calculator on the website. I could give you a ballpark figure, but obviously that figure is impacted with fees and so on and so forth. But we're in the ballpark this is at the graduate level, at the master's level, right?
That is correct. I'm seeking for a master's degree. I already have a bachelor degree and more than 16 years of experience in the industry, in the IT industry, work with the database, work with, DevOps, working with the operations. I do have the experience, but I want to formalize that experience into a degree, if you will.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. So the cybersecurity management degree has 11 courses or 33 credits, and the IT management master's has 10 courses or 30 credits. And then if you go on the site to the tuition calculator, you'll see it's a little bit above at the graduate level, a little bit above $1,000 a credit. So if you do the math, 33 credit at a little more than 1,000, or 30 credits for the IT management at a little more than 1,000, you start to come up with some figures. The best way to do it is through the tuition calculator, because that's going to give you more accurate figure than that. I've seen other schools, this type of a program go from 60 to 90K easily. We're a lot less than that, and most employers, sometimes the employer only wants to pay a certain amount each year, in which case we help you structure your courses so you stay within the amount that the employer will actually cover. So this is what we do at School of Professional Advancement. So we'd be able to help you line that up so that we can provide the proof your employer needs and so on and so forth. It's what we do. So that should be pretty straightforward.
Okay, one final question, and I will rest my case here. I heard from the interaction earlier that with the experience that I have, I'm pretty sure that those 6 credits that I would be able to be eligible to apply for to receive how you call, a credit for.
Yeah,
would
credit
take
for
me-
prior experience or prior learning.
Yeah, that would take me 6, 6 minus 30 or 6 minus 33 will be in between the 24 and 27 credit hours. How easy it is to apply for those and how easy it is to get, going with those credit.
Yeah, so easy is not a word that I would use. I wouldn't say hard either, but it's a process. So it's structured like a course, and it actually costs you a little to take that credit for prior learning course. And that course teaches you how to frame up your experience in ways that satisfy the learning objectives for each course you're seeking for credit for. So what that means is this credit for prior learning course is going to help you structure your experience in a way so that it satisfies our need to make sure we're awarding this to people who actually met the objectives, so we don't lose, university doesn't lose its accreditation. So it's a process, and it's and that you would have to go through, and there's a system that we've developed that for you to interact with, upload documents, upload proof, write a summary of knowledge. And so depending upon which courses you're going for, of course. So it's a process, but it's a process that works. And if you have the requisite experience, you get the credit at the end of it.
Awesome. Thank you so much for those answers.
You're welcome. Any other questions for us? So I'm going to drop a link into the chat box. You folks might want to click on it before we end the meeting, so you can that's my main page on the website. And then I'm gonna drop in the bachelor's degree link, because I know there's folks here for that. But you can get to all of that from the main link I just said if you just click on the big round buttons. And I'll also include the cybersecurity management link as well, and the IT management link as well. So there's some links. There's a ton of information on the website, and it's not like overpowering. It's basically what you need to know. So and beyond that, you don't have to read the website if you don't want to. We can answer follow-up questions, can't we, Ann? Brittany?
Say that one more time. You broke a little bit.
If they have follow-up questions, I know you wanted to point them. You can see my information on the screen.
Yes, my email is in the chat.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
And I prefer the questions I'm usually in meetings like this, one way or the other. If you send me an email, I'll be sure to answer your question.
Perfect, thank you.
And there's some links. So you guys, listen, getting your education is something you should research. And I'm glad you took the time to join this meeting today. Hopefully we can answer some of your questions. We happen to think that if you look hard, the harder you look, the better we look. So we look forward to hearing from you, and look forward to seeing you in class. Thanks everybody for joining.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.